Hi everybody, this is Dr. Jack Allergy. You can follow me on my YouTube channel at Dr. Jack Allergy. That's DrJackAllergy. Or you can follow me on Twitter at hashtag Dr. Jack Allergy, all one word. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And if you like what I have to say and you like what you're learning, please hit the like button. The comments section down below are for you to ask questions if something comes up. Now, I will try to answer them as best as possible, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to also cherry pick the most common questions, and I'm going to do videos on those as well. So please, feel free to ask. There is no stupid question, but if you have a real significant medical issue, I ask you please not to take the advice of a YouTube doctor, but rather see your primary care doctor or see a physician. Okay, today we're going to talk about what pollens are responsible for hay fever, okay? Seasonal pollens, in a previous video, like I said, are trees in the spring, grasses and weeds. Molds are typically a perennial or year-round allergen, but can worsen in the summer months due to the heat and humidity. Different parts of the country will have different lengths of their season and even different pollens that cause the symptoms of hay fever. But here are just a few an example of just some very common pollens that we experience here in the Midwest. Remember, our seasons are very defined because we have such long winters. Okay, trees. Common tree pollens are alder, ash, birch, cedar and juniper, cottonwood, elm, maple, mulberry, oak, pecan, sycamore, black walnut. And remember, tree season is a spring allergen. Trees spring up. We talk about grasses. The common grass pollens that tend to be issues are Bermuda, brome, Johnson, Kentucky bluegrass, meadow fescue, rye, and timothy. I also ask you to remember that grass season is a summer allergen. Molds tend to be, very hot and humid, but tend to be an end of summer type of thing. And some of the common molds will be Alternaria, Aspergillus, Helminthosporium, Hormodendron, Cladosporium, Penicillium, and many others, just to name a few. Weeds. The common weeds are pigweed, cocklebur, dock or sorrel, something known as kochia, K-O-C-H-I-A, lamb's quarters, marsh elder, nettles, plantain, Russian thistle, sage, and scales such as scale wing, and the real big one is ragweed. Remember, weed season is a fall allergen. I'm going to keep harping on it. Remember, spring equals trees, summer equals grasses and mold, and fall are your weeds. What about your perennial allergens, or the allergens that are a year-round issue? Well, there are dust mites, and the two main types are something that we call Dermatophagoides farinae, and the other one is Terranicinus. To get more informative, or maybe even be a little bit gross, dust mites eat dead skin cells. And what are we allergic to? Well, their fecal material, also known as their poop. So they eat our dead skin cells, that's their meal, and then we're allergic to their poop. So the interesting thing is that if you bought a brand new mattress today, in 20 years it'll double in weight just based on dead skin cells and dust mites, okay? Gross. Ugh. Okay, molds, and I always laugh because have you ever seen that black stuff on your shower curtain? That's a type of mold, that's an aspergillus. Cat hair and dander, dog hair and dander. Now, what are the main parts that we are allergic to with pets? Well, it's really their urine and their saliva. A cat licks itself and coughs up fur balls. Dogs are always shedding fur left and right. Small dogs will shed less, big dogs will shed more. And it's important to know there is no such thing as a hypoallergenic cat or dog, okay? It is simply a moneymaker for the seller. The amount of hair, the amount of shedding, and the size of the animal is either what increases or decreases the pollen issues with a cat or dog. They still have saliva, they still pee, it's still an issue. It just could be less. Bigger dogs, bigger problems. And a common thing for me to hear is that someone tells me that they think they're allergic to their pet. So one of my common questions that I will ask is, tell me what specific months. And so let's say they mention May, June, and August. Okay, well, I'm thinking maybe there's some tree, some grasses and weeds because it's maybe a spring, summer, and a fall type of thing. But they forgot to realize that the dog and maybe the cat go outside to go to the bathroom. Therefore, the pollens that they are allergic to stick to the pet and they can bring them back inside. So if you don't have symptoms around the animal when the seasons and outdoor pollens ends, then you're probably not allergic to the cat or dog. It's probably not their fault, okay? Cockroach. Cockroach tends to be more of an inner city or urban issue, but it still plays a role. Quickly, just a couple things that I will tell my patients to do with cat or dog related issues is baby wipes can really be very beneficial. If you just kind of wipe the dog down as they come in after they've been outside, just wipe them a little bit, can help to pull off some of the pollens, making sure that you wash your hands anytime that you do pet the animal. Try to keep them off the furniture, keep them out of the bedroom, keep them off of the bed. These are things that can decrease your exposure to either the cat or dog if you're allergic to them, or the pollens that are stuck to them. Anyhow, those are just the classic pollens that are associated with hay fever and allergic rhinitis type of things. Please feel free to subscribe down below, and if you like it, please like it. Otherwise, I plan to make further videos. Thanks, everybody. This is Dr. Jack Allergy.